Taylor Studio fans. Welcome to a Facebook Live series we're going to do with a lot of our talented expert staff. I am Betty Brennan, owner and president of Taylor Studios, and today I'm going to interview one of our expert staff members, Bobbie Bonebrake. So
Hi.
Welcome. Hey, Bobbie. Bobbie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Sure. I'm an exhibit designer for Taylor Studios, and I've been here 5 years now. I just had a work anniversary. With my background is kind of really well suited for Taylor Studios. I have a minor in museum studies, a Bachelor of Science in interior design, and a master's in scenic and lighting design. And so it was always something that interested me in getting involved in museum exhibit design, but when I first started out after school, I was freelancing for a while, freelancing in the theater world, and so and realized I wanted something a little more stable and a 9-to-5 job and not have to worry about
finding that. You don't have to go out and do sales.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not my forte.
Right.
And so I was looking for museum exhibit design companies and found Taylor Studios. And it was just like, this is the place. Like the website, the pictures that were posted, the amazing quality and skill level here.
Surrounded by a lot of experts.
A lot of experts,
creative people.
Yeah, all the fabricators and their skills, and sculpture and welding and things like that. It was really cool. It was really cool, and I'm glad that I'm now here at Taylor Studios and can say I've been here for 5 years. So.
And we're grateful too, because she's done some amazing projects. So we're very grateful. So, Bobbie, want to tell us something unique you've learned at one of your projects, or something interesting about a project you've worked on?
Well, there's a lot of weird things that we find ourselves Googling for a project, but one thing that comes to mind is, because it's fairly recent, is we had done an exhibit for Purina, and so it was a lot of fun facts and stuff we were finding out about dogs and cats. And I did not know that dogs sweat through their paws, only their paws.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
that
either.
Like, what?
My
dog is so stinky.
He's so stinky?
Yeah.
They like to roll in stinky stuff,
Yeah,
but
true,
only sweat through their paws.
Yeah.
It's not true of horses.
No?
So that's pretty cool. No, they sweat all over.
They do.
So how about, tell us about a favorite project you've had?
I would say probably Horicon Marsh. It's up in Wisconsin, and this one I think is my favorite because when I first started here, it was in probably the first year or two, maybe when I first started, that it was a big project that I actually got to come in on from start to finish. So, a lot of things I was working on when I came in was already halfway through or towards the end. But this one, it was not only a very large project, but it had all the different aspects you could think of to start out with. It had AV elements, it had indoor exhibits, outdoor exhibits, hands-on interactives like scent stations and flip doors. I think that might have been my first intro to scent stations and scent beads, which some pranks were played, but
imagine what a woolly mammoth smells like when it's stuck under your desk, or was that what it was?
It was, yeah,
woolly
under my desk,
smell.
under my keyboard, in my chair, yeah. So, and I know we have some pictures here, which you probably won't be able to see very well, but I think we'll post some after the fact. But this is just some examples of Horicon Marsh, and this is the outdoor exhibit, which was so cool to work on, with the welding of the rebar that had to go into effect from our amazing fabricators.
I think it was like 2 miles of rebar, if I remember.
It was
correctly.
crazy, and it was so cool. And then you have a rebar mammoth on the outside, and then we had some woolly ones on the inside, and this was even drawn. Or not drawn, but designed for kids and visitors, knowing that they're going to kind of manhandle some things and tug and pull on stuff. Like, we actually had the fabricators hanging from the tusks of this guy, just to prove that it was durable enough, which was pretty cool. So, but yeah, all throughout the exhibit, there's a lot of really cool elements, audio and sound and lighting, scent, all that stuff.
There was the swamp boat. That was really cool. We heard that's one of the favorites with the visitors, that they actually get to ride in the boat, and there's video of them and stuff. It's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, a lot of cool photo opportunities too. So, yeah.
And working in Wisconsin, we got to eat a lot of cheese and jerky.
Yes, I think it was at every client meeting.
Yeah, they treated us well. They were great clients.
Yeah, fantastic clients. So that was a good one to start with too.
Yeah, we'll post some more pictures afterwards so you can get a clearer picture of what Bobbie's been talking about and some of those cool exhibits. So, well, how about now? What are you working on now?
I've got a lot going on now. Actually, as we speak, there's a nature center exhibit that's being installed in California, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see pictures. I haven't seen any yet, but it's only Tuesday, so.
I saw a rainbow.
Did you?
Yeah, they posted a rainbow.
Yeah, it's raining out there, right?
Yeah, it's actually flooding near that site, so that's not fun. But,
okay. So California, I've got, let's see, we're in what we call 50% design development for a project that's out in New York. It's another nature center. And I've got a few sketches here. I know it's going to be hard to see, but just to kind of give you a quick visual of rough sketches that happen in this phase. This is just showing, there's no color added yet or anything like that, but it's just showing a rough idea of what the client can expect of the overall space. This is also another one that will have outdoor elements, graphics, indoor elements, lighting, flip doors, crawl through beaver lodge, things like that. This one will probably, hopefully, end up being my new favorite one.
Oh yeah, with the crawl through beaver lodge.
I'm pretty this whole exhibit. I'm pretty excited about this one.
And what software, what tools do you use to create these drawings and to share it with our clients?
This starts out as a combination of SketchUp and Photoshop. And so a lot of times what I'll do, if like this one has a lot of elements, fabric in the air and things like that, I'll mock it up in SketchUp so that I know I have the correct, like we've already taken the building dimensions since we've gone on site for a couple of the workshops. Yeah. And so those are all entered into CAD, AutoCAD, and SketchUp. So I start building up really rough layout of the room. And so I know that before I get too far into the design, it's going to fit. It's going to work right. And so then what I'll do is kind of bring those rough 3D outlines that are created in SketchUp into Photoshop and kind of just do rough hand sketches over it for this phase.
Yeah, to get client approval before we do too much detail.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning too, you kind of do a bubble plan, right, with the content?
We do. Yeah. This is another example for a project that's in Indiana that's in the very beginning stages, schematic design, what we call. And so this is just an example of a rough bubble plan based on, we just had what we call their interpretive planning workshop, and we have 2 workshops with the client. The interpretive planning one that kind of gets out all of the what's the story you want to tell, and the central
story
theme
drives everything.
Oh, it does. Yeah. And so this is based on that content outline of sub themes and central themes, and then the next workshop will be where this stuff starts coming into play. Really start working through the design and the physical.
The form kind of rises from that story.
Exactly.
And helping the client tell their story is really, really critical to the success of the project, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And that's something I love about museum design, is because, like with my background in theater, being trained to read a script and try to come up with the story to tell that you want to come to life on stage, it's just like, it really falls in line with the exhibit design stuff, because telling the client's story in really unique ways. No matter how many nature centers we do, every client's unique and wants to tell their own story.
And you want to inspire the visitors, so just like in theater, we've got to tell the story in a way that engages all the visitors. And then we thought, do you want to show them a little bit of another project Bobbie's working on? And just so you guys know, we have, we consider ourselves a combination of art and business. So we are process driven, and that just helps us communicate well with our clients, stay on task, stay on budget, stay on schedule. And we call ourselves a visual workplace. So we want our both our clients and our employees to know what projects are going on. And so we create these visual work boards. So we're going to walk up to one and show you another project Bobbie's working on. And you can see an example of a visual workplace, and so you can just describe this cool project.
So this is an example of a project. It's actually the bubble plan I just showed you is a phase of this project. And so what we do is we'll come back. These boards have posted, budgets, hours, you know, estimates,
Time
things like that,
goals, schedules.
yeah, all the stuff that's, you know, you have to worry about. But,
Right.
and then also, we post our progress so that even if other team members aren't on this, they know what everybody's working on. And so, for example, this one has what was originally in a proposal for this client, some sketches, color sketches of where we started. And of course, we're going away from this idea, but it just at least shows our process and how we work through things.
Yeah.
So
You see, process can be sexy.
it can.
Yeah.
I think so.
Absolutely.
You do it right, like we do.
Yeah.
It can be very sexy.
Well, great. Just so you know, I mean, it's been a pleasure. Bobbie is so talented. We're so grateful to have her, and she's a senior exhibit designer now. And she helps. She actually helps new staff when they come on board, also, and helps with training. And we're just we're just so grateful to have such talent on staff like this. So, hope you enjoyed learning what Bobbie does and see that expertise. And we will bring you more expertise of Taylor Studio staff in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.